Hey everybody, Sci-Fi Molitor here today. I wanted to go over real quick with you my Star Trek Enterprise C that I put together here, and this is one of the small scale ones. This is the one of the 1/2500 scale. This ship appeared in one episode of Next Generation, maybe two, I can't remember, but definitely one where it was introduced. And it's unique, and I saw it. I got a good price for it, so I went ahead and bought it. This is a very simple model to build. It is snap tight, but very few pieces, and that was the good. Very few pieces, easy to put together. What's the bad? The bad is that the decals that came with this kit were horrible. Okay, now, to be fair, this particular kit in this box, in this single box, is over 10 years old. So once you start passing age on a kit, you go into vintage age, I guess a decade or older, you basically have to play gambling to see if your decals work or not. So the older the kit, the less likely the decals will work. Now these decals did work. You were able to put it in the water and separate out, but they were very, very brittle. Okay, now to be fair, there is another kit that has a whole bunch of Enterprises together. That's a newer kit, which I'm sure has newer, or does have newer decals, and I'm sure those probably work better. But these that came with this one in this older box, they were really bad. Okay, now here it is. This doesn't look too bad, but if you look really close on the bottom here, you'll see all the horrendous things that happened to me as I was putting together. And I even had a clue that these weren't going to do too well, so I actually cut them in sections to put around the perimeter, and I still ended up with tears and I mean it becomes very brittle, very brittle. I mean, I use a two-part solvent solution, the green and the white, and it did help, and I was able to save some of the smaller decals from being completely destroyed. But this is pretty bad. So I had to, luckily I scanned the decals before I used them, and I ran another set for myself, and the top part ended up coming out a lot better, although still it was difficult. The issue with printing your own decals is you always get, at least I do, always get a little bit of cut edges around perimeter, because you have to cut them exactly where you want them to come out. These that I printed out myself were thicker, so even though I had issues placing them, they didn't tear as I was handling them. So but anyways, so it is a neat little kit. Okay, and what I have to do left on them are a few small decals before I put one with the other. See, I did the top today, and you can see that's pretty horrifying. So I gotta wait till tomorrow and then put a little more of that solution to soften the decal, punch some holes in where there are air pockets, and have them set better. Okay, the bottom I did yesterday. These look better, and the sides are so. They're okay. I mean, if you don't look at it too close, it looks pretty decent. And just an aside, all these windows, those aren't decals. Went ahead and I got a Sharpie fine pen, super ultra fine pen, and I went ahead and I marked every single window. And actually, that sounds like horrifying, but as you start doing it, you just keep going, and it doesn't take that long at all. So anyway, oh, the other thing about this kit that's a little unique is it does not come with a base. So luckily I had a spare base lying around, and haven't finished coloring yet. I put some gray primer there, and I'm gonna put I don't know, maybe some blue or something, make this look like some sort of atmosphere. So okay, so basically this was a fun kit to put together. It was fairly easy. it fit fairly, pretty well. And depending on how detailed you want it, if you paint it ahead of time before you put the decals on. And if you've never done decals before, do not start with this kit. You will never do decals again. So start with some other kits and get a little practice before you take this on. But it's sitting in my shelf at at arm's distance. This is going to look pretty decent. We're not put this in any competition because they're going to be like, boy, this guy was a lunatic. Alright guys, until next time, that's my review on this one. My next one that I'm working on is the Defiant 1/1000 scale. And I will show you what I'm working on with that, because I'm also planning on lighting that one. Alright guys, until next time.